Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. So in this update, we are going to talk about AVAX and I'm going to actually show you a scenario suggesting the bottom can be in right in here. Now, if you want to argue that this 5 wave on the upside in Avalanche ended right around this area, then I guess you can say this is an ABC in the form of a flatter structure, which on a higher degree, it's gonna be, you know it, into a wave W, followed by that. This is, I'm going to show you a bit, in my opinion, a very clear ABC zigzag up into wave X. And then we are having our final move on the downside into wave 5. Now, usually when into our wave W, we're going to have a flatter structure. For wave Y, we can consider the possibility of having an ABC zigzag, which looks like this. 5 wave down into wave A, correction for wave B, maybe ABC, maybe WXY, possibly even a triangle, doesn't really matter. And then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into wave C. Now let's go on the live chart and see what is happening. And this chart at the moment is on logarithmic scale, which makes you think that this move down is not actually that big. And for example, this one and this one are bigger than this move on the downside. But this is not the case. Let's just change the scale on regular. There we go. As you can see, this is quite a strong move down. And let's go on maybe like 1 hour time frame, because I want to show you that in it, we definitely have an impulsive structure. Here is starting from this point, 5 down into 1, correction for 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into wave 3, correction for 4, another move on the downside into wave 5. And after it, I'm thinking this is probably, yes, an A, B, C in form of a flat. And in here, we can consider wave 1, correction for 2, 5 down to about, I would say probably this point into a wave 3, correction for 4. And it seems like that this last leg on the downside is going to be into wave 5. And I can even argue maybe the bottom is going to be on avalanche and on a higher degree. This is an ABC zigzag, which is going to be into the wave Y of this WXY in form of a flat structure. So you see, the situation in Avalanche is a bit different than some other altcoins, because we can consider a possibility suggesting the bottom is in. However, in the other alts, in most of them, at least I would like to argue, we may have some more moves on the downside. Now, in terms of classic TA, meaning support and resistances, the fact that at the moment, we are above this very important area, in my opinion, can be considered a bullish sign. And what we do not want to see in Avalanche is a move down in order to get a break of this level, meaning in weekly charts, we go under it, pull back, and then a continuation of the move down in order to take this low. If we do this at that point, we are going to say maybe in AVAX from here, we're going to have like another 30 to even potentially 40% move on the downside. But as long as we're not breaking this, I think we can argue either, according to this scenario, the bottom is in on Avalanche, or we are extremely close to our final bottom. And in terms of overall structures, they do actually suggest that after this phase down is over, we are going to have a magnificent bull run, because this is probably going to be off of the lowest low, a very clear 5 wave up into a wave 1. And then we are having a correction structure into our wave 2 to about the recent price action. And what's going to happen next? A big move up into wave 3, 4, 5. And because in terms of Elliott waves, wave 3 is quite a big wave, we can argue just in this phase in Avalanche, we are going to set an all-time high and take the highest side all the way up here, about $160. I think that is definitely possible. So overall, in AVAX, in terms of midterm structures, I want to say we are looking beautiful. And in the short term, we can even consider the possibility of bottom being in right around this area. But what we want to see in here, in order to talk bullish with a bit more confidence, is some strong moves on the upside. If we do this at that point, I can tell you with a good amount of confidence that we have started the next phase of our uptrend. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in AVAX. And until the next update, have a wonderful time.